starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house. I even got my Top Gun hat on. It is getting real. We're going to be playing some games on PulseChain. Well, hopefully, if it all works out, we're going to be playing Gladiator games. That is Gladiator games. So if you like Roman battles in the good old Colosseum, this is something for you. It's on PulseChain. Of course, it's got crypto. It's got the Rome token. We're going to talk about that. And we've also got XGAME, of course, decentralized casino. The first game out, of course, is a crash game, super popular in casinos. So we're going to talk about that too and play that a little bit there. We're going to look at the price charts for Rome and XGAME, the two top games on PulseChain right now. And, of course, we're looking forward to more games coming online once they're fully operational. So it's going to be cool too. So we'll be talking about those when they get here. But at the moment, these two are dominating the payouts. And, of course, XGame there, you can win mad gains with the big X's. And Gladiator Games has the big tournaments on every weekend and mid-tournaments as well, midweek tournaments. So we're going to play a bit of that. So there's something for everybody. If you like the good old fighting game or the big old X-Risk game on the old crash spaceship, you don't want to get into the black hole, of course. Otherwise, you're a gone burger. You're a gone burger. You want to jump ship before the black hole succumbs. So there we go. We're going to cover Gladiator Games and XGames top games on PulseChain. Pretty awesome. So let's get into it. Now, I've posted the links to everything in the chat there, so you can find the links to XGame. If you want to join XGame, that is the link there. Get in there and play. So we're going to showcase that. And, of course, if you want to get into Gladiator Games, and there's the midweek tournament on right now, very good way of entering the game, then you can join Gladiator Games, and that's the link there right there, which is pretty cool. I guess I should add it to the old X account as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun. What else should we say? I think that's it. Let's go to the next one. Don't forget to get into the chat there as well. I always like a lively chat, as you guys know. So definitely do that. Let me get the show here. I'm going to post it in the chat there. Now, if you guys are in the communities, you can post them in your communities. If you're next game, if you're in Gladiator Games, you can post the show in there. I don't typically post in the XGame one. Don't know if I have rights to do that or not. So if you are XGame, you can definitely check that out. Let me see here on Gladiator Games. I think we're in there. I think we can post that, can't we? I'm not sure. What's this one here? Top games. Oh, yeah, we've got it posted already. So it looks like we've been posted in Gladiator Games already. So if you're in next game, you've got a competition there, getting in there with the old posts. So kind of cool. All right, let's give it a smash, give it a like, and we're just setting the things up here a little bit on the social medias. What else do I need to do, guys? I think we've done the Telegram, got the X, the old X there. I think we're looking good. Pretty cool. I think I've got to do one more thing, which is post some links down below. So you copy that. Copy the link address. Let's see. Copy link. Yeah, copy that. And let's go down to the bottom of the game and play games. And I guess we should put them both together. Why not? Let's do it. They're both together. So X game. And bam, bam. Let's play that. Boom. And then we'll put Gladiator games. Gladiator games. And might as well put the link to that too. Why not? Let's do it. And let me find the link first. This is the fun thing of streaming. Now, Randy Alaski has just streamed on XGame, which I thought we did a great job of that again. So big shout out to Randy Alaski out there, crushing it. What else? I'm trying to find I've got so many Chrome browsers open, trying to navigate. Play games. I guess play games on PulseChain. So I'm going to push that there. So if you're watching on X, you can check it out. Bam. I guess we shall. Do we need space there? I don't think so. I think that looks pretty good. Let's do a bolding. Let's bold it and go for gold. All right. Let's post that. So if you're on X, check it out. Under the link there, the first comment will be access to XGame and Gladiator Games, and you can join up today. All right. What else are we going to say about that? I can see myself, so we've got to get rid of that. Right, bam. All right, that browser's gone. We're going to close down Telegram as well. Welcome to everybody. Actually, I haven't even put the show. Maybe I don't know if MBS is watching, but they could put the show in the good old Kryptonite Show Telegram, maybe on Discord as well. That'd be useful. All right, I think that's it. So let's go for gold and let's hook up the show. When I get to the XGAME, you guys know it's quite GPU heavy. So even when you're watching Randy Alaska or some other influencer cover the game, it does the video freezes. So I will freeze, but I'll still be able to talk, hopefully. So look forward to that. So once again, if you guys haven't signed up, that is XGAME, sign up today. And check it out. And then if you haven't signed up to Gladiator Games weekly tournaments, next weekend, by the way, coming up, is going to be $1,400 or so, over $1,400 worth of prizes, which is up from $1,200 last week, tournament 7 to tournament 8. So the more people that play, the bigger the tournaments will get. So really, worth jumping in there, and that is Gladiator Games there. So as far as I know, the only game playing out weekly income there, and it's can grow as the community grows, which is pretty cool, and it will get bigger, of course, as PulseChain rallies, right? So that's exciting. That's exciting, and of course, Rome token is paired with Peacock, which is pretty awesome. All right, without further ado, I've got my Gamers Camp on, my Top Gun original. I think it's original actually from back in the day. How old's Top Gun now? 40 years? So it might be 40 years old. I know it may not look like, but it's pretty old. It's pretty old. Let's see here. Shall we? I'm just trying to sign things up. I've got to get the studio. We'll get things racing up there. Just allowing people to join as well. She'll go to the big screen for this one. And I'm going to have to pull in the show here. So let me find the browser. We're going to put some sound, do some sound, and pull it up. Bam. All right, so I think that's set up. So hopefully you can see me on that too. And where are we going to start? Well, we might start. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone. There is someone in the queue. So we might have a battle straight out of the gate there, although I'll probably get killed. But that's what we're going to do. All right, let's see. I think we're almost ready, guys. We've got a few people getting in the chat there as well. We've got Conspiracy Crypto in the house there. What's up, family? Good to see you, Conspiracy Crypto. Welcome. Yeah, get in the chat there, folks. Tell us what you like about Gladiator Games, what you like about Crash Game or X Game from Firewall. And, of course, the founder of Gladiator Games is Jason. He's the dev. And, of course, the founder of Crash Game is Firewall, one of the big whales on PulseChain. So just give you a bit of a background for those that are new. All right, let's jump into the mix here. And we're probably going to kick it off with a bit of Gladiator Games because I see someone in there ready to fight. So we're going to kick it off with that. At least my video won't freeze while I'm playing it too. So here we are on the tournament page. Basically, all you do to get into this is to get a DGN wallet, put some Pulse in it, and some Roam, to buy some Roam if you want. You just get the wallet connect up, and you can go to the gold tab. It's kind of like your wallet or your backpack, as people say. And then you can just buy gold, and then you can withdraw gold just by claiming earnings. 1 gold equals 1 pulse, so it's the same ratio. You can get a referral code and share that around, right? You can share that around. You can see the link there is a similar referral code. You get 5% of whatever people will spend on it, so it's pretty modest, pretty decent, but without wrecking the game, so it's pretty good. And so on. And then at the bottom actually is your inventory. You've got inventory down the bottom, and you can change your name as well. So that's how you enter crypto into the game and exit crypto out of the game. Once you do that, of course, you've got 3 options to get Generation 3 Gladiators. So this is Season 3, Generation 3 Gladiators. Typically, how you do that is you will breed them. So you'll need some Generation 2 Gladiators to breed them. You need a male and a female. And basically, you can just put them in the slots there, and you'll have a male and female, and then you can breed them. It'll cost you 25,000. Click the breed button. Cost you 25,000 Roam tokens to breed them, which is half of what it used to be. It used to be 50,000. Now it's 25. So there we go, because the price of Roam's been going up generally. It's had a little pullback now, but generally going up. So that's the first way. The second way you can do it is probably the easiest way if you're new to the game. Go to the starter pack on the store. So I'd go to economy, go store, and then starter pack, and then you can get two for one deal. 2 for 1 deal. And of course, you have from the lower level qualities right up to the high level. the Rudiaris, and you can get 2 of those. I would click tier 3 on that. So click the Rudius if you want to get the best one. Tier 3, it will cost you either silver or gold. So silver's in game, and gold is the the pulse to gold ratio there that we talked about. So the max one for Rudius is 10 million gold, so 10 million pulse basically. And so you got that. Now people have silver because they win that in the game, so in the tournament. So that's how you get silver. So you get Rudiaris there, tier 3. You can choose between 4 different types of gladiators. They might have a shield and a spear, or a net and a trident, or 2 swords, or a shield and a sword. So you got 4 types. You can choose 2 different ones if you do starter pack. So you can have 1 of each. Put the name in of each gladiator to name it, and then click buy starter pack, and then you'll have all these gladiators and all the equipment that they've got as well that you're going to need to do that. So once you get all the equipment, you got your gladiator. You're going to have to go to gladiators here. Go to gladiators. Going to have to filter for generation 3 because it's the week we're on. Season 3 has just started this week. Will run for about 3 or 4 weeks. So any investment you make, lasts you 3 or 4 weeks in there. And you can click on a gladiator, and then your equipment will show down below. You just double click on it. So we've got some food here, for example. You double click on that, and food would go into the spot there. So you can put all the equipment that you buy through the starter pack in automatically in the slots here for the character, and so forth. Also including the main weapon and the bandages and the food you're going to need to heal during the fight. Right? That's kind of the idea. Double click it to get rid of it. It will show back down your inventory. That's how easy it is. So that's kind of the steps. So get a wallet, buy some gold, breed some gladiators, or either get a starter pack. The third option you have, of course, is going to the market, and then you can buy some gladiators, right? So just go gladiator to buy, and you can buy some gladiators, which are pretty cool straight out of the bat there. They're all generation 3. Make sure you got your filter on because it's generation 3 now. And you can buy, go through and buy them. They're all different qualities in terms of the colors around them. And of course, the quality types are common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Typically, an epic and legendary is what you're going to need generally for a tournament, but you can fight with the others as well. So there we go. That is kind of an overview. And let's go to the tournament itself. So the tournament on at the moment is the midweek tournament. It's the mini tournament right now, and you can see we've got the past tournaments. So there's all the old ones. You can see week after week, all the tournaments there. But we're up to week number 8 now. So we've got the current tournament. There's week number 8, the midweek tournament, and then the big one's coming up this weekend, right? So that's a duel. They run a main one and an equalizer one, and that's coming up this weekend. That will have the $1,400 worth of prizes. Today it's $115. I think it's $170 all up when you include everything. And so there's a mini tournament during the week, which is kind of cool. It looks like there's 13 players in this at the moment, but you can join up straight away and get involved. It really is that easy. And so forth. So I've got this gladiator called Power Poke, and I can't. There was someone in here before, but it looks like there might be in a fight now, so I can't fight them right now. So in the queue here, it says 0, so I'm waiting for someone to get in there. Now, if you want to register, you can just go through here, find a gladiator 3, generation 3 gladiator. You can enter generation 2s and 1s, but I wouldn't recommend it generally. Maybe a 2, maybe. Depending on what prizes you're trying to get. Like if you're trying to get the low silver prizes, you can just enter in anything probably at the moment and have a good go. But I would probably suggest trying to get a generation 3 either from a starter pack or from the market and just buy them. They're very well priced right now, so you can pick up one of those. And then, of course, you can go in and fight once you've registered. Registered's really cheap for the midweek. It's 150,000 gold, which is 150,000 pulse. And for the main tournament, I think last week it was coming up the weekend. I think it was 1 million pulse, which is pretty fair. And that's around $30 or $35, something like that. It's a pretty good value there. But your upside could be 2-3x upside every week, right? So it's pretty good. From that point of view, as long as you're getting some of the win prizes. And so, yeah, we're waiting for someone to come in there. While we're waiting, we will jump back in. Let me go into Telegram and get them fighting. So let's see here. Be good to fight some gladiators in the tournament. All right. All right, so you do have to wait, over the time period of the tournament for someone to show up, and sometimes there'll be a lot of people, sometimes there may not be so many, depending on the time of the day. But let me just close out. Let me close out the Telegram there. That's enough. So we'll wait for someone to come in there, and when they do, we can fight in the tournament. Now I can enter the tournament now, go like that, and I will be in the tournament.
10,
Oh, I
9,
got to fight, guys. So
8,
straight away, we're going to
7,
fight. So let's go.
6,
Maybe you guys can hear the
5,
sound.
4, 3,
Wish me luck,
2,
guys. I didn't expect anyone to
1.
be there because
Fight.
it's 0, but looks like we've got a fight. Oh, let's see if I can go here. Bam. Yeah, nice. Let me just make the screen a little bit smaller because I can't actually see. I can't see all my buttons there. So you can see now. Oh, I missed all my moves there. You guys know this. I got to warm up a little bit. Oh, I missed that too. It's flying around. It's flying around. This guy. This guy's flying around. There will be. At the moment, they're using. I think it's called spices or something. Well, I'm in trouble. I'm getting hurt quite a bit there, aren't I? Didn't see that. I'm getting hurt quite a bit. Now, if I'm bleeding out, see the bleed out thing? There's a big red thing at the top. I don't really want to bleed out too much, and I am bleeding out pretty heavily there. I'm missing a bit of armor, by the way. So I have to go and buy the armor. I'm going to do that. I don't want to worry about doing that now straight away, but I have to go and buy the armor. We might do a bit of that. Maybe I'll buy some armor. So they lost there straight away. Now I could have used my food and everything else, but
Dominating.
there. So I got absolutely massacred in that fight, which you guys know I'm not generally that bad, but I'm right down on the bottom right now, number 13, which is pretty. You got to realize that I won the tournament on the weekend, so it's pretty bizarre, But I still haven't fully kitted out on the character yet as well. So got to take note of that. So yeah, that was their first game. Now the Rome token right now is ticking away here. It's had a really nice rally. Look at that, really nice rally here. Got all the way up. Now some people might be selling Roman to go buy equipment in the game and stuff like that because it's a lot of people are getting their Generation 3 Gladiator out. So there's probably a bit of that going on in the chart, is my guess. So they take pulse and then they put the pulse in and they go buy stuff in the game. So you get a bit of that. Bit of rotation, but every weekend, generally, except for maybe last weekend, the profits from the tournament go to buy the token up. That takes a lot of it off the market, not all of it, but a lot of it off the market. And so every weekend you're getting a pump on there as well. So it's pretty cool the way it sets up. Everyone goes and plays, and then it gets bought up afterwards, which is pretty cool. So very, very nice. I think the treasury's been going up and up, so kind of cool on that. Anyway, let's see if we've got another game in here. I'll give it another go, but I am missing some equipment, so it's probably making it a lot easier to cut me up there. That's why the person that was playing was pretty good. I mean, they were moving around a lot. Something I've found is that people are not moving around so much. Anyway, we've got 18 hours and 19 minutes to go for this tournament. Let's have a look who's leading right now. So we've got Rome Hermes, which I've never. These are all new characters because we're in Generation 3. So we've got Rome Hermes right now, Eximba, Fisherman, PGG, Slice and the Dice, Dinah Baby, John Swords, the Rome Holder, PGC Broom, Depina, Furious, PGC Hardworker, and Poke Power, which is my character this time. Now, these PGC guys are all from Southeast Asia tournaments. I think the Philippines, if I remember rightly. So these guys are all part of a gaming guild, and they just come on to Pulse.
9,
so it's pretty cool.
8,
All right, looks like we're
7,
going to fight with Slice this
6,
time.
5,
Wish me
4,
luck, guys.
3,
Wish me luck.
2, 1. Fight.
Oh boy.
Dominating.
I thought I did pretty well there. I'm finding probably because let's see if I can. Let's see. I gotta get the best after the last fight. That last fight was embarrassing. Let's wish me luck on this one. Oh, I'm got hurt there too. No, got hurt there too. Let me do a good smash there. Now he's burning away there. I got to let him burn a bit. Man, I really got hurt quite hard there, eh? And probably because I'm missing some armor, guys. Probably because I'm missing some armor. I partly put it out. My character's only partly got armor and gear on. So any slice and dice in here is too bad. So check that out. Let's have a look. So I'm kind of like the average player, really. I think. Did win the tournament last weekend, which is pretty amazing, and I have climbed the ranks. But I'm starting pretty bad at this mini tournament here. So I've definitely got to have my gladiator ready by the week. But we might do a bit of that here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to press button 9 and button 8. Reprieved. Man, I'm really high on the bleeding, so it's definitely because I'm missing some gear. Definitely because I'm missing some gear, guys. And so yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm not really doing a lot of my tricks either at the moment. That is much better for me, isn't it? That's much better. I think everyone agrees that is. Yeah. Oh, I actually got caught just at the end there. See, I almost escaped. Oh, I missed both of those kicks. And see that? That's dreadful, guys. If you miss something like that, that's really bad. And I've run out of bandages, and because I haven't got all my armor. Yeah, so this is a couple of really sad losses, to be honest. It's
Dominating.
It's a bit sad, especially when you're live streaming it. But that's what it's all about, guys. That's what it's all about. So at the moment, I'm on the bottom of the table. I've had how many? 4 losses. So I've lost 100,000 gold, which is 100,000 pulse. So good luck to the other people. So you win the tournament prizes, plus you win the in-game fight. Like if you're fighting someone, you win their gold, they win your gold, depending on if you're winning. And then there's the tournament prizes as well, which is on top of that, which you can see at the moment is here. I don't know if you guys can read it that easy, but let me zoom in on that. Can you guys see that? Very easy. So yeah, the tournament prize, we pay $115 in Rome token, top champions, and $105 in silver. Silver is very important in the game for the customized weapons. Really important. So that's going to be probably, people are going to see that even more important soon. First place is $20. Second place is $15. Third to 10th place is $10 each. So even if you're in the top 10, you get $10 each. At the moment, there's 13 players, so I mean the first 10 at least. That's not me because I'm number 13 right now, and I think the positions after that get silver. So I might be getting some silver. That's about it at this stage. Now there's one person in the queue there, so it's kind of cool. So, but I'm definitely missing some stuff. So if I go back to the economy here, these guys beating me will be loving it right now because they're getting really pushed high here. But if I have to go and I have to get my gear, I don't want to show too much of that right now because just the way it is. But let me go to gladiators. If I was using it, I'm using this gladiator here, Power Poke, but I was using one of these like Golden Beauty here. I would have to get all the gear and fill out the helmet, the necklace, the shoulders, the chest plate, the shirt, the gauntlets, the leggings, the pants, the boots, the socks, the ring, and the ring. There's 2, ring 1 and ring 2. Now, if I have all of those, it's going to make my player way more powerful, right? And I see how easy I was being cut up and bleeding because I'm missing some of my gear. I haven't got it all on this character here, which I'm not quite showing at the moment, but I've got to get all the gear for that, right? So if we go down to the market, there's a couple options I have. I have the store, which I can, if I had enough silver, I can go make, but I can also use gold to get custom weapons as well. It does cost 600,000 gold to do custom stuff, but if you're serious about playing over 3-4 weeks with the Generation Gladiator, this is the place to go, right? Because you get a lot of stat points, and those stat points improve all your qualities, your stamina, your strength, your speed, your agility, and your crit chance, which is critical chance. Having a bigger blow on the enemy when you're hitting. So it's kind of really important there. Now you can use silver, which you can win from the tournaments. Like you play regular, you'll earn silver. Like I got, I think 150 silver from the last tournament because I won and I got something else. But you can also use gold, so you can buy gold with pulse and bring in stuff. So I'll have to do that, right? And have to upgrade all that. So you can do that in the store. And that's just one of the things you can do. The other thing you can do is you can upgrade gear as well. So once you've made this gear, you can put it into the upgrade, and I think you can get up to 7 points per those as well to upgrade. So you can do that. I don't know if I've got any gear on here, but if I took this, this is a Generation 2 one, but if I put the Generation 2 in here, a previewed upgrade, I'm going to get up to 5 points, actually, 5 extra points. So on this one, this is a Generation 2. I could click that one and then confirm. It's going to cost you 100,000 gold or pulse for that, right? So that's how that works. So 2 ways of how the top guys get really good gear. So I've still got to do quite a bit of that. I've got some really good gear, like legendary gear that's ramped up, but I'm missing quite a bit of gear. Now that's the way you can do it in the store. Now there's also the spin loot box, but you need copper, and I don't have any copper tier 3. I've only got copper tier 1 and 2, and I still don't have enough of that. You need 100 minimum, I think, for that. The other thing is you can buy resources down here, so you could go tier 3 and purchase, and it's 100,000 for this amount of resources. So you're gonna have to get used to what that actually means, but that's how you get some resources. Now, other things, of course, you can go on quests and get resources. I think I've got some on quests right now. Yeah, they're half an hour away from finishing, and I'm going to hopefully get some grain and cotton and stuff like that. You definitely need that in the fight, right? You need food and cotton or cloth to heal your wounds during the fight. You get three foods and 3 healings in the fight, but you must have the gear on your gladiator to actually make that work. The other thing, of course, with all your resources, you can go and craft all this stuff. You can see I've got 40 beef here on tier 3, generation 3, tier 3, same thing. And I've got 108 grain, so not quite enough. It tells you I need 120 grain. I don't have quite enough. I need 120 beef. I only got 40. Cloth, I've got no cloth, but bandages, what you need in the battle, I need 24. So I actually got 44, so I've got enough to make one. I'm going to craft that, and I'm going to be able to use that in the fight, right? I've already put that on my gladiator. He's already wearing that. I got lots of leather if I was going to do some leather stuff. And then metal, right? I need iron. So iron's very important. I need quite a bit of iron to start making these things. So I need 672 iron to start making some of these weapons if I so need it. I've already made a sword and a shield, so I don't have to worry about that. I need to get some more of this other gear that I need, which is like chest plates and stuff like that. I just don't have enough iron, so I need to get 336 iron before I can try and make one of these. And I don't know what quality it's going to be, right? Could be like legendary, could be epic, could be common, and that's all. That all makes you stronger or weaker in the game. The other thing, of course, I could just go and buy it all off the market if it's available, and I can go to buy Gladiator 3, or if I want to buy equipment to make sure I'm really competitive in the tournament, then I can go and click tier 3. I can just look for legendary gear or epic gear, and then I can put a minimum price. Like if I was going to say 100,000, I want to pay 100,000 gold. Then there are 2 items right now for that, but they're leather and wood. But if I'm after the highest quality, which is I think is steel or iron, then I probably gonna have to go a bit higher, right? So let's go for 200,000 and see if there's anything up for grabs. And nothing up for grabs at that point. Now, this is the first week, so they're probably going to be a bit more priced up than normal. And 300, so there's nothing for 300,000 in the equipment right now. So, yeah, we're looking at 400,000 per unit, are we? Yeah, there we go. So 400,000 before we get to actually stuff that we can use. Now, depending on what type of gladiator you are, you may only need, a spear or a sword or a trident. Now, my one that I'm using uses a hasta, which is basically a spear. And I'm not using a trident, right? That's for the net guy. I'm not one of those. So I could buy that for 400,000, and that's one of my options, right? So, yeah, so I could get that. And if you hover over them, you can actually see what their points are. So this one's got defense of 705, strength of 4, crit chance of 4, agility of 1. That's for that shield. This trident has damage of 1209, stamina 3, strength 3, speed 3, crit chance 3, and agility 3. Agility 5. So they got different qualities, and of course, the higher the better, right? The higher the better. And then, of course, you've got other parts here which are all pretty good. So, I'll have to bring in some pulse to do that, but that's what I'll do later on. And I can just buy it, just click on it, and then I can buy it, right? And just go, yes. I've got to have the money in the wallet, though. So I'm going to need 400,000 pulse. I only got 217 right now, but we'll do that later on. There's some of the features there. So it's some of the plays there. So the whole big economy. You can also stake roam, right? And you can stake roam. So if I wanted to get some more beef for food to eat during the fight, I can go tier 3, and then I can put all the roam in and deposit that. So I could deposit 400,000 roam deposit, and then that would be in there, and I'd be earning earning that beef, right? Which you're going to want if you're playing for the next, because it's just started season 3. If you want to have that staked and earn beef all the time, so you got plenty of food to fight, right? Plenty of food to fight. All right, so that's some of the stuff right now, and we're going to go to Gladiators and Tournament. I don't know if there's someone in there right now. There's not, but we did have a couple of fights, and that's a little bit of a showcase of the tournament right now. So what I suggest to you is get involved. Get yourself a DGM wallet, get some Pulse, buy some gold, get a Generation 3 Gladiator, and probably get the starter packs the easiest way, or buy off the market. One of those two is probably the best ways of doing that. And if you're a bit more advanced or at least a bit more committed, you could go to breed some, but you need some Generation 2 Gladiators for that. So probably the starter pack is the way to go. And then you can pretty much go kit it out. Go to the Gladiators, find your Gladiator, put all your gear that you got from the starter pack in your Gladiator, and then you can go and join the tournament. And that's how quickly it is, guys. That's how quick. Just go select your generator, your Gladiator, and click register. So pretty easy. Get a wallet, put some Pulse, buy some gold, get a starter pack, go to the store, get a starter pack, and depending on your budget, you can decide which one you want, but probably the Primus or the Rudieris, and then you can go put the gear on and here, and once you've done that, you can then go to the tournament and register and start playing. So once you click on this, you can register. It will take the gold out of your wallet up here. So it's only 150 gold, so it's not 50,000 gold. It's not too bad. And then you can click on here and then go and fight, right? So you can go fight. And if there's no one around at the time, then it's going to stick you in the queue, right? It will stick you in the queue. Now, that looks like there's someone else in there, but it looks like I've fought them 3 times already. So, you just have to wait, and just jump in and out at different times. Now, the one thing I wouldn't do is leave your set character in there and walk away because they will kill you. The fight will be on, won't be at your desk. They'll kill you. So just take note of that, right? Just realized that I got that the link there. So, yeah, I will pop back in later on. So that's a little preview. So we'll come back to that. That is the mark right now. Let me refresh the browser there. And the Rome token right now looking pretty friendly. So good little entry there. 00012 is the price right now for the old Rome. And you can find the Rome ticker there. What I strongly suggest is you join the Telegram and get involved with the community. It really is the heart of the community there. All the gladiators there. There's lots of influencers, lots of founders in there now. It's really gaining traction, and they're going to hear more about Rome token. Definitely one of the top tier games. But we'll come back to that. Let's jump over to XGAME, shall we? And we'll get into that now. But before we do, let me just go back to the screen here. So that is Gladiator Games. So we spent half an hour on that. The next one we're going to probably spend a bit of time on the XGAME. And yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let me have a quick drink before we do. Quick drink. Now, one thing you should have when you're gaming is some chippies and a drink. That's kind of the way it's done, right? That's the way it's done. All right. Popcorn. You can have popcorn. All right. So let's go up to XGAME. So this is the XGAME link. If you're on X, you can find it in the comment underneath the video or at the pinned at the top of the profile. If you're on YouTube, this is the link there, and you can copy that out. It's also I didn't pin it to the top, but it's also in the chat there. XGAME, and we're going to play that now. So let's do it. Before we do that, let's get into the price. This is the price of XGAME. Now, obviously, it had a huge run up, which is pretty cool. If you had joined Strategy Club, you would have enjoyed that and exited before the retrace here. There's been a bit of drama, of course, about who sold and that, but we're not going to talk about that. But the current price is at 2.3 cents. And so we'll keep a lookout for this. Of course, this is the big marketing token, XGAME. And XGAME's just launched. It's only been launched for, a day and a half or something. So it's early days, right? Early days. And so we're going to check it out. So that is the old XGAME token. All right, so let's go to the actual protocol. Now, I've kept the sound off there. Actually, let's go back to the... just remind you that the video will freeze, right? The video freeze. Am I still frozen? The video will freeze. Remember that. So take note, but my audio should be fine. All right. So yeah, expect my picture there. I'm pretty sure the audio is fine. Anyone can let me know in the chat, but I'm pretty sure it's okay. Now, I have turned the sound off for XGAME just because it uses quite a bit of GPU. That's why my video freezes. The same thing happened when Randy Alaski covers it. But at the moment, you can play on 3 chains. You can play on PulseChain, you can play on BNB chain and base chain, and it takes a little bit longer to go around on the PulseChain, given the block times, but it's still pretty good. Now we've got how many people playing right now? 13 people. There's $112, $117 in there right now, and this goes on over and over and over on 3 chains. So if we switch over to another chain, let's go to, we're on PulseChain now, but if we switch over to base chain's pretty fast. So it even goes through even more game cycles on the old base chain. You can see there's 5 players over here at the moment, and it's counting down. So there's 5 players in this row, $10. But if we go over to BNB BSC, let's see if there's anyone over there right now. BSC has got 2 people right now, it looks like. Let's see, 3 people, 4 people. 4 people over there, and they're playing as well. So you got 4 people over there at the moment. And on PulseChain, how many is over there? So let's go to PulseChain, switch network again. We've got 17 guys, 17 over here, which is not surprising given everyone knows who Firewall is. But look, we're expecting a ramp up over time of more KOLs on base chain, BNB chain, obviously PulseChain, and of course potentially the founder of base chain as well, promoting it too. So early days. So you got all these three chains playing all at the same time, different amount of people, and it's just begun, right? It's just begun. And of course, this is world-class Web3, so it's really mobile, far more mobile than some of the centralized casinos or game sites like Betfair, for example, which is pretty cool. All right, so we're going to play a couple of $1 games. We're going to do some $1 games, maybe do some $2 games. We'll see. But at the moment, let's just watch this one go out. This is on the old crash game there. Now, you might be a big player. You might play $50 plays, or you might do $1 plays, right? So let's go up to the cogs, and let me just explain this a little bit. So you got the sound. You can turn it on and off. I've turned it off just so you guys can hear me clearly. We've got the deposit and withdrawal. So what you will have to do is use USDC. You can use USDC on either BNB, BSC, or BNB base or PulseChain. So it's USDC is what you're going to need. So if you're over on PulseChain, you'll need to have some USDC in your wallet to play, and you'll need some Pulse. Obviously, on base and BNB, you'll need some base and BNB for the fees, and of course some USDC to play. And you'll have to deposit and withdraw your profits or whatever balance you've got there. There's your account details, so you can customize your name on there. You can connect to Telegram and play on Telegram, which opens the game up to like 1 billion people every month, right? Potentially. There's a referral, and so referral is pretty amazing. This is what's going to make the game really viral and really sustained over time. Is a referral is that you get 30%, I think, of the fees that it takes in from the game, and then you can send feedback. There's the rules, and you can sign out. So the rules. Let's have a look at that. Let's want to go to the last page. It's kind of where most of the rules are that you're going to want to check out, and that is that the house edge is 5%. So typically this might go between 3.5 and 5.5. So it is on the high end, but it is probably because the game's just started and they want to pull those profits in. So we'll keep a lookout on that house edge over time. The RTP is 95.95%. We've got the maximum multiplier is 100, so which is, I think on testnet was only 50. So you could win 100x your profits if you can last that long. I think someone, we saw an influencer covering it, and it was pretty high like that. It was pretty high. They got to 98 or something. But they'd cashed out at like 3x, and I think it went to 98 or something. The minimum multiplier is 1. So if you get a 1, you're going to lose your money straight away because you probably won't be able to, you won't get out. So it's going to close out. So you will get 1s in the game. That's part of the house edge, I guess. The maximum number of bets per round is 100. The limit bets is minimum $1 and maximum is $50. So 50 times 100 is probably the max you could possibly win there, right? At the moment. So there we go. That's kind of the key aspects there. All right. So I think covered everything there. Now there are different ways of depositing. So you can hit the plus button up here and deposit as well. So you can do that. So there's different ways of depositing in the game. So what are the numbers been? Now, typically, I've watched this game for years now, and typically it goes through number cycles. So you'll have, low numbers and then a couple high numbers, and there are like kind of patterns in there. Obviously, it's quasi-random. There's no true random number that's maths that's been developed as far as I'm aware. So it's close to random as possible these days. But we've seen a 3x here. We've got the last 12 rounds. We had a 17.89, which is pretty high. So does that mean that we're going to have another high one soon? Possibly. But you've had quite a mixed batch here between 3, 1s, and 5s, and so forth. So we're kind of in a mixed sort of number period at the moment. So yeah, now you can see all the people betting on the left. You can see the game stats at the top. So there's 12 players with $47 in there. And that's going to vary all the time, right? Depending on the round. You got the chat down on the right here. So you can say hello, hello, hello. Let me, oh, it's just ended the change around there. But hello, hello, XGamers, I guess. Live show on. Oh no, we're gonna take that bit out. Live gamers, and bam. All right, so kind of cool. So Spaceman, that's what I've got the name, custom name. So you can custom name. You see other people got wallets. This guy's got Notorious SP. But other people are just using their wallet addresses there. And so yeah, we've got a lot of people actually playing quite right now, which is kind of fun, isn't it? Which is really cool. So if you haven't joined up, the link to XGame is here. That is the link, and of course you can find it in the comments on X if you're watching as well. My video is frozen because it takes a lot of GPU, but my audio should be running fine, and no one's complained, so it must be working. All right, so we do a bet. We're going to enter the next one. We're going to just do $1 bets. You can play high roller. You can go, what do we say, $50 high roller, or you can, play normal retail, kind of $1 to $10. So you can choose. It's up to you what your risk profile is. It is on PulseChain, BNB, and base chain, so you can play on 3 chains. So if you've got crypto on either of those, the other thing, of course, is always play reasonably, have a fixed budget, don't be silly, don't get addicted, all that sort of stuff, and have a bit of fun. That's kind of the play there. So 9.2, guys, that was really high. So I'm about to go now, and I'm going into bet after a 9.2. That's kind of risky, right? The kind of risky there. Let's go to $1, and we're in. We're in, guys. We're in. Spaceman is in. I'm at the top. Well, it always shows yourself at the top, I think. But now I've got to click this button if I'm going to exit in time, right? So, you got to make sure you really hit it hard, because otherwise it could, it might not register, right? So let's see how we go. We just had a 9.2, so this could be a low number, this next one, right? Which is, the thing. So let's see. It could be another high number. So we'll see. That was a low number, so 1.38, and we crashed out, guys. So we lost $1. There we go, guys. Cheers, everybody. All right, so now we need to just get our money back. We need a 2x just to get our money back. So are we in a high number era where the numbers are cycling through higher, or we can go for a $2 bet and go for 50%. So we'll do a $2. See if we can get a 50% run, and then get to break even. That'll get us to break even there. You see the balance at the top is $9.31. So you can play with a high roller account or a small account. It's up to you. All right, so here we go. We're getting ready. We've got a lot of people playing with $1, $5, $10. So it's not uncommon. All right, so I crashed out there. I collected, so I got a 1.59, and here it is. It's still going. So it looks like we might get a high number here, potentially. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now I haven't got the sound on, and it's still crashed out at 4.35. So I could have crashed out before 4.35x. So that's x times the amount that you put on. But I did crash out at 1.59, I think it was. So I'm back, in the money. I'm slightly in the money now. But that's kind of, I had to do a 2x or go for a 2x, right? So that's kind of the play there. Now, just looking at some of these numbers. So let's go for, we probably have a low number possibly again, but we're going to miss this round and see whether that was right. So kind of making a judgment there. Now, typically, if you get a lot of low numbers coming out, then the chances are they're going to stay low, and then eventually you'll get a high number. It's typically what you see that I've found after playing this game for years. I've seen it on BetFury, playing for years over there. And so you kind of see these patterns, but it's not an exact, by no means an exact science. So you see, I said it was a low number. Did you see what I say? Could be another low number too. So I'm glad that I kept out of that. That would have been instant dollar loss. And the question is there going to be another one next, right? So we can see we've got some numbers 1s through 4 high. We're going to have another high number. Well, I think we might have a decent number. And let's see how we get on there. So we're going to do $1. And so that was a good decision. So let's see how we go. It's not an exact science by any means, but there are just kind of patterns that play out. Because remember, it's not really a truly random number. There's a house edge to it as well. and so forth. So, right. Oh, look, that crashed out too. So that was pretty low, guys, 1.24. So there was two low numbers together. And there we go. You know, if I'd played my normal logic, that would have played out and saved me $1 loss. But now I lost $1. This is the way it goes. All right, so we're up to. So we're going to have another low number. We've got two low numbers in a row. Get a third one. So let's go for $1. And we're going to go and see how we get on. Now we have to get 2x, remember, to get our money back, to get break even. Anything above that is cream for jam. So let's see how we get on there. All right. We're going to have a decent number now that we had two low numbers. Looks like we crashed out. So no, we didn't. We got three low numbers. So 1.6, and now we're down $2 now. And we got a 1.6, so two low numbers. So we had three low numbers in a row. Now you can have a string of low numbers for like 20, 30. I don't know. It's just the way it goes. But we might, we could do $2, or we could go even better with $5. We're going to do a $2 bet. So if we went $5 and we want to get our $2 back, then we're going to have to go to 1.4 in the ratio, right? That's kind of the math to get back to break even. So I've done $2. Let's see if we can, maintain our pace on the game without wiping out the capital. Right now, the capital there. All right. That crashed out already, is it? I don't know. Yeah, it crashed out at 1.2. So we've got a whole string of numbers now that are crashing out. So we've had 5 crash outs, I think, in a row. 4 crash outs in a row. So we've got a 1.2. So very low numbers, right? And we're down $2. So the only way of counting that is we get a bigger X, or we use bigger principal, right? So we're down about $4. So we're going to go $5 this time, and so this could really exit our thing. We could take us down to 11, or we're going to need a 1.8 to get back to break even, right? But we've had a string of 4 low numbers. Is it going to continue? That's the question, right? And so I've just taken a risk return trade off here. $5 for 1.8 is what we're going to need for break even. So let's see how we get on. So up to 1.4 now. We're up to 1.6. So we're going to exit there. And did we do it in time? Well, we got out with the $9.95. We break even. Well, it crashed out at 2.99. I took on the risk. We got a $9.95 payout for our $5. And so that should put us back in the money slightly. But we had to take risk on to do that, right? And so we're back. We're actually slightly in the money, not $1. So that is the way it could play out. But we've had a lot of low numbers, so we're going to have another high number. I'm going to bet that we do. So I'm going to do a $2 bet, and we're going to go for a decent number again. Now we might get crashed out, might be a low number, but we've had four low numbers, so we're going to try and, I don't know, it's not real probability math, but we're playing kind of a gut feel math based on typical patterns. So let's see how we get on with the $2 bet. And I might put the sound on shortly, just so we have a bit of sound. Have a bit of fun with that. So let's see if we get another decent number this time. We've got a $2 bet. Did it crash out? It crashed out. So now we're buying the money now. So we had a low number. So we are in quite a low number cycle right now, right? So we've had just started. It could go on and on. But let's put the sound on for this. And we're going to add some sound there. We could do a bigger bet, or we could just do $2. So we're going to do $2, and we're going to see how we get on here. So we got a 1.4. Let's see if we get at least a 2x to get our money back with the $2. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Now they do have your history back here, my bets. So they'll have your history there, so you can check out your history under my bets or live bets on the right there. We got the full sound. We're up. Still going. Crashed out. So we lost our $2 as well. I was about to hit the button too. Very close there. We were trying to get our 2x. 2.08. I was just about to crash out. I would have probably hit it at about 2.2, but we just missed it. So there we go. We're down $4 now. and we had a 2x. So we actually had, 2x is not a bad number in the scheme of things. We had a 1.4x and so on. So now we've got options. Now we just keep playing our $1 and try and get 2x's, or we go a bigger bet, right? And so we're going to do another $2 bet, and we're going to try and get a bigger X. So hopefully we get a bigger X there. And so we were at $21. I'm really worried about $21. I'm worried about break even. So that was about $3. So we need, off a $2 bet, we need a 1.5 by my accounts. That's right. Or maybe it's a 2.5. Right, so let's see how we go. Oh, we got burned out straight away. They crashed out on us. Woo! 1.06. That was pretty heavy. So we're down. I guess we're going to go down to $15 now. And so we're $5 out of the money. So let's see how we go. So to get our money back, we'd have to do a $5 at 2x. And so that's what we're going to do, right? Because we're having fun here. See how we get on there. We need a 2x to get our money back to break even. Now, other people are playing, $5, $2, $1. So we're not actually, there's a lot of people at that level. There's got a couple of high rollers, $50 in there as well. Oh, another crash out in a row. So that's what I'm saying, guys. It can crash out quite heavily. And so we had 106, 108. Pretty hard, right? Pretty hard when you think about it. So what are we going to do now? Well, we're still going to go $5. We're going to go for another big one. But typically, we might get a whole string of low numbers, right? So we'll have to do $5 now. The alternative is sort of just going for $1, trying to get, fight your way back slowly and surely. But we're going to do the $5 and try to do it in a quick way, quick route. So let's see how we get on, guys. See if we can get a big number off here. Crashed out. So we've got a 2.25. So now we're down to $5 for our $20 budget. And that's why I really like budgets, because you just stick to your budget. $20 is always a good one. And it's normally when I go to casino, I just do $20 budget. So that's pretty much how it works. Now, some people put a, $500, $1,000. It's up to you what you're going to do, as long as it's not going to hurt you. That's fine. All right. So now we're going to do $5, and we're going to go all the way now. So you could just keep doing $1 or $2, but we're going to do $5 here. I think I'm still frozen. So there we go, folks. We've had a lot of low numbers. 1.5. Let's get a decent number here. Now, obviously, the faster it goes, the faster the X's go up. So just take note of that. That crashed out as well before 2, so 1.9. But now we have ended the budget, right? So we're down to 64 cents. So that was $20 basically that we spent on the game. And so we did not beat the game. The game bet us, and $20 is gone there. Now we know that some of the profit is going to go to, obviously, if you had a referral, go to referral. If it's going to go to the treasury there, it will end up probably being used for SolidX and XGAME. That's kind of where we know where the funds are going. So that is the game, and $20 budget, pretty cool. So that's just the way it goes, You're betting there, high risk, high return, and at the moment we've got quite a few people in there. We've got 11 players and $191 placed so far for the next round, and you've got guys in there with $50 bets, $20 bets, $50 bets, $50 bets. There's quite a few. There's 3, 4. Look, they all got crashed out. So really low numbers right now going through, and they all got crashed out. So look at these numbers. We had a 104, a 124, a 1.6, 1.2, a 1.48. We had a 1.06, 1.08, a 195, a 113. So we're in quite a strong low cycle right now, with a couple exceptions around 2x. So there we go. Most of the people, I haven't been watching, but most of them probably got taken out. So let's have a look at this round, and we'll watch the people in the game right now. And we'll see how many of them actually get out with a good profit. Some of them will be playing low X's, but even that has been a tricky game, right? Because it's been so low on the X's. Look at that, another one. So we're really in a low number cycle right now. Now there will be high number cycles as well, where you get a lot of high X's, and it seems like so easy to play the game, right? So, but we're not in that right now. We're kind of in quite a low cycle here. You can look at the last 12, 13 rounds, and it's definitely been pretty low. So they would have wiped out a lot of the players, right? And that's it's where the house wins, right? The house wins there, and presumably all that capital is being captured by the game and will be used, I guess, for presumably solid X stakers when staking comes out for the X game as well. Let's watch this down. You can look out for the people on the left here. One guy crashed out at 109, 125. He crashed out. We got 14 players. Third player crashed out there. This might be a big number. Maybe we'll see. 1.8. Just a big number after having so many low numbers. 2.5. We finally got a decent number coming out. Crashed out though. 3. It wasn't a huge number, but 3x after all that, all those rounds. We're going to get another big one after this. And how many people crashed out there? Well, we had sort of quite a few crash out there, cash out. So that was pretty cool. Let's see if there's another big number, and then we're going to wrap up shortly because we've got a couple of minutes left in the stream. But let's watch the next one here. Now, obviously, if you wanted to top up, I always recommend playing with a budget, right? And don't get addicted. That's typically the thing. If you want to have some fun, try and beat the system. Play with a budget that's reasonable. Don't go in with your life savings for sure. That's for sure. And remember, we're just around the corner for a bull run. Look at that, another low one. We're really in a low cycle here. That 3 was an exception for 1.1. So yeah, your luck of the draw is if you come in on a high cycle number where the numbers are generally pretty good. At the moment, it's been pretty low, and this is typically what can happen too. So we're definitely in a low cycle number right now. We'll watch one more here at the moment. So we've got all these people down here. Just lost $300. This person said it's over Farwell. I'm dumping a tokens now, lol. Dang bro, says this guy, lol. For the fries, G yo bro. So we've got quite a few people. Like I say, you do need to do a budget. Right, so we had one person get out straight away at 1.03. 3 people out now. Are we going to have a big number here? That's the question, right? So we had so many low numbers. Eventually, you do get a really big number. But not today. It was a 2.5. I mean, it was not bad, but not a 20 or 30. But there's probably one of those coming, right? Because we had so many low numbers. There's a good, probably a reasonable chance one of those coming. So we had quite a few people get out then. Only 5 people out of, so 10 people got out and 5 people didn't. So 2/3 got out there on that game there. So it's pretty cool. Sometimes it's good just to watch, right, and to get a feel for the game. Let's just watch this next one. Let's have a look here. So this will be the last one that we look at on XGAME. So we had a look at Gladiator games. That tournament's on right now, so you guys can check that out. And we've had a look at XGAME and spent about half an hour on each of them. Top tier games on PulseChain right now, which is really cool. Have some excitement on the old PulseChain. Let's see if this is going to be a big number. We're finally going to get a big number. No, crash out. What a crash out, 1.77. But I'm sure there'll be a big number coming at some stage. Just luck of the draw, if you get it right. Luck of the draw, which is pretty cool. All right, so that is that. Let me close that down. Now we've got the video back. I can move around now. So it's pretty GPU heavy, and you could see if Randy Alaska was live streaming only about an hour ago, and it freezes your screen. Just pretty GPU heavy there. We're going to need some giant GPU upgrade. What's that GMX chip? I don't know how much it costs. Maybe $1 million. I don't know, $100,000. But yeah, probably was it a GMX? What's it called? GMX something else. Turbo or something. Some big upgrade there. All right, so that was a $20 budget, and that's always what I go to casino with. If I do go, I don't go to casino that much, but $20 budget's really, really good. Because you can have fun and you walk away and you're okay. Now what happens if I had got one good hit or a couple good hits and I was up like $40-$50? Then you've got to decide, hey, is that a good profit or am I going to try and risk it all? If you try to risk it all, the house is going to beat you, right? And you're probably going to lose it all, right? So just remember that. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was Gladiator games, which is just so cool, so much fun. You saw me get beat up there. I've got to get some more gear. But I just wanted to get out there and play a bit of that game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Show a bit of the game as well for Gladiator games, and of course XGAME as well. I only just started to play, so we're on week number 8, tournament number 8, which is going to be over $1,400 for Gladiator games. That's coming up this weekend. So you definitely want to get yourself ready for that. And then we've got XGAME that's only been out for about a day and a half, and that's really exciting. It's just beginning, guys, and I'm excited about that. Now you got to remember. The Crash game is the first game. There's another game under development that's coming out under that brand. And the other thing is that, Firewalls no doubt will have a ramp up in terms of marketing and things like that for that as well. What's the other thing I was going to say? We're looking forward to Solid X staking as well. That would be pretty key. Early days. It's going to be fun. All right. We've got Alex in the house. There's like the video. Definitely like the video. Appreciate that. And we've got what else? There's some flying wings and rockets and money. Thank you for what you do, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, Alex. It's a pleasure. Bit of fun. Yeah, playing games on PulseChain, where it's starting up. The whole gaming season. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm sure that we've got a couple others coming down the road. It can't be too far away. Mafia from Jacob. That's got just on the final legs, I think, before it's fully operational. And then we've also got Giza Games. I think that's coming up. It's another Mafia game as well. We're going to have 2 Mafia games on PulseChain from the looks of it. I don't know when that will launch. Maybe the end of the year at the earliest. They did say Q4, but sometimes things take a bit longer. And I'm sure we'll have a few other games starting to pick up pace. I think the last thing that's really going to move and do well on PulseChain is NFTs. I think that'll be the last thing. We have to wait for PulseChain to re-rate, I think, before NFTs become a thing. But gaming is already starting to kick in, which is really, really great. We're seeing also some, talked about it earlier, we've got lending protocols. We've got new DEXs coming. Within 2 days. I think Liberty Swap's less than 2 days away now for Peacock DEX. That's exciting. We've got Vault 369, the lending protocol, multi-chain liquidity fork. Can you believe it? I don't know if anyone else has done anything like that. That seems all the liquidity forks I've seen. I don't think anyone's done that. So that's huge. That's on PulseChain, really. I know it's multi-chain, but it's based in PulseChain. And we've got CoinWell coming as well, which is super, super awesome. Big blue chip corporate DEX there for PulseChain and other chains. Looking forward to that. So lots of good stuff coming, guys. It's going to be so much fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Take care out there, and we'll see you in Gladiator games. See you next game, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now. Actually, let's play out the exit videos. All right, see ya.